Okay guys, I'm back. Let's do a double side pocket. This is really easy. You're gonna like this one. I've got, let's see, I need to do 10 because that's my goal. So let's do 2, 4, 6, 8, and then I'll do an extra out of some scraps I have back here. I saved all of the pieces when I did my 8.5 by 11. So let's find one that doesn't really matter the direction. Let's see, that one will work. All right, and well, yeah, that one. All right. So, you know, that might not be, I don't know, let's just start and then I'll figure it out. You're going to want two pieces that are 1.5 by 8.5. So this is already 8.5, so I'm going to cut these into 3-inch strips and then we'll split them again. So 3, there's 1. And then, like I said, I did print on the back of these because I was going to do something else and I changed my mind. So I'm going to save this for something else. And I'm just taking 3 inches off each side. Just to kind of randomize it. I'm not really paying attention. I didn't do that the right way. I want the lady. Let's see. I don't know. Is she going to be... Yeah, she should be okay. If she doesn't work out, I'll be sad, but that's okay. Saving these for another project. And let's do 3. And 3. That's how you do it. You flip it around. That's 3 1/4. Let's do 3. Okay. And then this one. So these, the reason I like using this is because I know everything, the one collection, I know everything is going to coordinate. Now, what did I do? Yeah, that's right. Second, I can't talk and do it. And the older I get, the harder it gets for some reason. Alright, so that's going to be, let me count how many. I'm pretty sure that's 8. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. So that's 8, and I want to do 10. So I'm going to cut these down to 8.5. And then cut them into 3. Let's see. Alright. And I'm going to be using this one, so. Well, actually, these are both pockets. Never mind. Forget I said that. I'm going to cut these again into 1.5 strips. So I'm just cutting them 3 inches to begin with. Alright. Now I'm keeping all these scraps. Okay. So now we want to take, and one at a time I'm going to separate these. So I'm going to do 1.5. And then the way we're going to do this on the pocket, it will be like this, staggered. So I will stagger them about, I'll draw a line on the back, but I think about 3/4 of an inch. Yeah. And I am going to punch them so that you know there's a tuck there and not just a border strip. I may do a punch here and a punch here. I think that's what I'm going to do, just for fun. So there we go. Now, I'm keeping them together. You can totally mix and match these. It doesn't really matter. I'm not sure this one's going to work because it is sideways. Because if I cut that in half, yeah, let me get a different one. Let's just use, this one, and I'll go ahead and cut the 1.5 right now. Because you could cut them all separate if you want, and just do 1.5 and 1.5. See, that one's really generic. All right. So you're going to end up, if you're doing 10, you're going to end up with 20 pieces. Perfect. That's exactly how I wanted it. I want that pocket to go like that. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now I want to figure out which way, this is where I get to determine which way my pocket goes. The top one goes in the back because we're going to have this pocket and this pocket. So I'm just going to play, and I think I like it that way. So so I think I like it that way. So I'm going to do this one at 5 inches and this one at 3 inches. And it doesn't matter which one is on top, whether it's which punch, which way. But you can see the thumb hole gets lost in there, and it might get lost on it wouldn't get lost on the page because I probably put this on a tea-dyed paper or a white paper or something, but I am going to want to ink around these. So I'm not going to ink this side because I am going to put lace on there. And I am recording, right? Yeah, okay. I've got 20 minutes. So I'm not sure I can get this one done in 20 minutes, but I am going to fast forward this. Okay, and then this one, I also don't need to do the bottom because it is going to be under the other piece. But I do want to do around the top. And there again, that just helps finish it off and make it look complete. Okay, so I think I want the rose one on top, we determined, and that is how that's going to go. And I'm going to run a piece down the side. So let's get this. So this one will have the line. Half of 1.5 is 3/4. That's where I got that dimension from. That's no other significance at all. If you only want a 1/2 inch overlap, do a 1/2 inch. It's completely up to you. I had a pencil here. I don't know what happened to it. Well, we'll use this one. Okay, and that way I will know how far down to attach the glue, because this is going to get attached to this. Okay, so I only need glue here. Now you could glue on this line if you want to. I'd like to have the depth of the pocket, so I'm only going to glue the sides. This will be a temporary kind of thing, because when we glue this down to the page, we're going to glue on all three sides, okay? And then that will give us that tuck. But we also want to add some lace. Okay, and I've got that piece over here that I was working with last time. So make sure I'm even. Okay. Now I will lay this under something to kind of flatten that piece out, but I do want to trim that just a little bit closer. All right, now we need some bling. So I think what I will do, we have thumb hole, and maybe I'll just put these up here at the top. How about that? And that might take care of this piece of bent ribbon as well. Okay. And I am going to come down just a smidge so that, probably got way too much glue, but I'm going to leave about, I don't know, 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch, like that. Perfect. Now I will want to take the next one, because when I do a book, I like to have one page on the left and one page on the right, and I will do one this way. So I think this one's busier. I want this on top. Okay, I'm going to punch this top one at 3 here. So that'll be at the top, and then this one will be 5. Now this is just my rationale. You don't have to do it this way at all. This is just the way I'm doing it, because I'm weird and I like to do things too much, the hard way sometimes. Anybody else do that? It's like, I don't know why. You have to measure. Can't just wing it. Sometimes I can. I don't know. Some days are easier than others, but all right. So there's that one. And if I set them here, it kind of reminds me what I'm doing. I do want this. Wait a minute. This will go on top. Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure. That's why I lay it out, because it makes it easier for me to remember. And, you know, I could sit here and do 4 of them one way, or 5 of them one way, this way, and then come back and do the 5 this way, which is probably what I would normally do. Alright, so since this gets glued on here, this is the one that I need to measure. And I want to do 3/4, right? Let me just double check what I'm doing. This goes here like this. Right. Okay, so that helps tell me where to put the glue. And see, I'm doing it backwards than the last time I did it too. So now, if you had paper that is completely random, just make them all the same way, because you can just flip it around. I mean, if it doesn't have any direction or whatever, just oop, almost glued it on the wrong side. Here we go. There again, I didn't put any glue here because I want the depth of the pocket to be able to put some tags or whatever in. And then we will, I think this is pretty wrinkled. I'm going to get another package. Sometimes at the end and at the beginning of the roll, you'll have that piece that's kind of squashed from the machine, and sometimes it'll be completely, you know, like this is a completely different size than the one I was working with before. So it just depends, but nobody else is going to notice that except me, because I'm comparing it. And these aren't going to be side by side on a page. I mean, I suppose you could, if you wanted to, put them on, you know, like on a middle layout. Got 12 minutes. I just was checking, make sure I was still recording. Sometimes this thing pops off on me. Okay. Pull this out. Okay. So we've got 2 of these. Now I need to put some bling, and I think I'll put the bling on the bottom on this one. What did I do with that other piece? You guys? Where did I put it? It's still got a piece of bling on it. I found this one. I've got this one. Did it fall on the floor? That's weird. Well, I'll find it as soon as I cut a new one. Sometimes stuff falls on the floor. Oh my goodness. Weird. Alright, so since the camera popped off last time, I'll show you this. I'm just cutting off this end so that I'm making a complete circle on the other side. Sometimes I'm getting too close to that one bead and it wants to cut through the bead. Like I said, these scissors are really good. Alright, so that's the piece I cut off. I'll put that, there they are. Told you I'd find it as soon as I cut off that piece. Alright, so I think I'm going to put this one down here. Just keeping in with the opposites. And I will put this over here on the other piece so I don't lose it again. And there we go. So we've got 2 double side pockets that will go in a journal. Alright, I'm going to keep working on the rest and then I'll be back. Okay, here we are. I will, actually I'm going to separate them and put them in the middle. You know, put put a piece of something down so you can see a little bit better. This desk is a little busy. So here's a right pocket and a left pocket. And see, even just cutting them randomly, I didn't decide ahead of time how much to cut. I just knew how big I wanted them to be. And yeah, the faces ended up being in the right places. So there's another one there. And this one. Now I did do it assembly line style. And I did do all the right ones and then all the left ones because it can get confusing. But like I said, if you are doing it with a random background, do them all the same direction. And even, I don't know if you've noticed this, but even the bling is in the same place. So there's that butterfly one. Here's our lovely lady. She turned out perfectly. Now I did have some issues. I ended up with, I swapped these two bottom pieces because so the butterflies, this looked better separate here than, well, you can't really tell, but this was right next to that. It didn't look right. So I swapped the bottom pieces here and it worked out. So, you know, like I said, you can mix and match them, do whatever you want. This did take me a little bit longer. I would say, let's see, what time is it? It took me about an hour to do everything after I turned the camera off. So, but I've got 10 pockets and or 5 pairs if I want to put 2 in each journal. You know, that's still my goal, to have 10 pieces. So we will put those in our basket. Let's get our basket out. Those will go behind these. And I was thinking I probably should just put something behind this to hold it up. I have these burlap bags that I bought. I have yet to use them. I don't know why I bought them. I don't remember why, but I found them in the shelf, and they're about, oh gosh, 3 by 4 with the cinch on the top. So I guess if you're making some ornament gifts or something, you know, those would be really cool. Or for I think originally I thought to put a mini journal and use one of them for the cover and then put it inside because I have so many of them. So yeah, that might not. I might need something. Let's see. Let's put these notepads in here. That'll give me something to, yeah, because see, the other pockets are falling down. So then I can put those back there, and then I can put these in the front. Just temporarily to keep everything standing up where it goes. And as we keep adding to our basket, I can remove these and these little notepads. So okay guys, I think we might have one more pocket, maybe 2. So I'll see you next time. Bye now.